Hi everybody, my name is Justin. I'm the creator of OSnap, an iOS application for making time-lapse and stop-motion photography projects on your iPhone or iPad. Today we're going to be looking at how to change photo capture resolution and photo capture format in your OSnap project. I should point out that changing photo capture resolution is available in all versions of OSnap, however only OSnap Pro 2 supports changing the photo capture format. So I've set up a demo project that we can use to look at these settings. If I just tap it, it will take me to the project summary screen. And then in the lower right, I can tap the settings icon, which will take us to the settings screen. If you look under photo capture, the third item down, you can see that that's resolution, and you can actually tap on it to cycle through all of the different options that are available to you when you're capturing photos. These options can change based on which device you're using, and they can also even change based on whether or not you're using the front or the back camera on your device. The way that they're laid out is, first you can see that it will give you a description of what you're shooting. For example, this is 540p, and then it will give you the aspect ratio, which here is 16:9, and then in parentheses it will give you the pixel dimensions, and those are the actual pixel dimensions of the photo file that is generated when you capture a photo. Now you can see that some of these resolutions are higher. For instance, for 720p, we've got 720 by 1280, it's still 16:9. And then if I move to 1080p, it's still 16:9, but the dimensions are larger. And then I can move to 4K, for example, which is also 16:9, but the pixel dimensions are even larger. Pixel dimensions are actually how many pixels are contained in each photo. The more pixels you have, the more data you have, and the higher quality photo you will have. And you might be asking, well, why would I want to choose lower photo dimensions? Wouldn't I always want the highest quality? Generally speaking, yes, that's true, but there's two main reasons why you might want to go with a lower resolution in some situations. So the first reason is that the higher your dimensions, the higher your photo quality, but also the more space is taken up on your device. And if you are shooting a large project where you're capturing many photos, that can end up taking a lot of space. So if disk space is an issue for you and you don't need the highest quality photos, it's a better option to choose a lower photo resolution. The second reason is because if you're capturing photos very rapidly, say you're using the photo timer to capture photos at, say, once every 1/4 of a second or 1/2 of a second, that can put a lot of pressure on the camera hardware, and sometimes you will actually get errors, and often you can stop these errors by choosing a lower photo resolution. So that's it for photo resolution. Now we're going to talk about capture format. If you look at the fifth item down that says capture format, you can see that it currently says JPEG there. I just want to reiterate once more that capture format is only available in OSnap Pro 2. Now you can also cycle through all of the different options that are available. Here we've got JPEG, HEIF, I think that's how you pronounce it. You've got TIFF, and you've got RAW, and you've got ProRAW, Apple ProRAW. Now, the support for these different formats will vary by device, and they will vary based on the front or back camera lens, and they will also vary based on the photo resolution that you have chosen. So for instance, if I move to RAW, right now I'm on max photo resolution, which is the maximum photo that can be captured by the sensor. But if I change it to 540p, you can see that RAW has suddenly become crossed out, and that's because RAW and ProRAW are only supported on the maximum photo resolution for the device. So I'm just going to move back to max photo here. So JPEG and HEIF, these are the two formats that you'll probably use most often. Those are optimized and they are also compressed, and they result in relatively small photo files. These other options, TIFF, RAW, and ProRAW, if you're going to use those, my assumption is that you probably have some experience, and be aware that those photos have very little or no processing, and they're not compressed, and they can create absolutely huge photo files which can take up a lot of space on your device. So that's something to be aware of. The one last thing that I wanted to show you is that in OSnap Pro 2 you can actually adjust both of these settings directly on the camera screen. So I'm going to navigate to the camera screen, and I'm going to swipe down, which will reveal the top control bar, and you can see I've got max photo 4:3, which is the resolution, and JPEG. If I tap here, you can see you get a drop down of all of the different capture resolution options that are available to you. So for instance, you could choose 720. You can see the viewport actually changes aspect ratio, and I can move back to max photo 4:3. If I tap where it says JPEG, you will get a drop down of all of the different photo capture formats that are available. So that concludes this tutorial on capture resolution and capture format. Thanks so much everybody for watching. Thanks everyone for watching. If you'd like to see more tutorials, leave us your thoughts in the comments, or you can email us at osnap@osnapphotoapp.com.